Hello guys and welcome to today's video. We've got the college credit and, as said, the chest of charms. We've got it activated right now. I'm going to showcase how this thing works and if it's any benefit to you and maybe where you can use it the most. So strap in, hopefully enjoy today's video on how you can basically get some free power pretty quickly in Call of Dragons. Hello, yes, smash a like button, subscribe for more daily videos with me, MrSneakyy, the one and only official Call of Dragons content creator. And we're back again here with College Credit and Chest of Charms showcasing this event and if it's worth doing. Straight away, I'm going to just to let you know if this rolls around in and you get college credit on, you should definitely be doing this. Why? Because this is one of the newer events that you can see that is actually granting you a bunch of treaties and as well as sentinel arrows. So it's a really good event for you to go through and grab all of those little bits that you need for your watchtower and the rally harp as a free-to-play player. But on top of it, you get a bit more. As you can see, for 8,000 times used of speed ups, you're going to get one generational 2 token, which is great. But if you have finally spent the rest of your tokens here, which I'm about to do later on in today, you will hit 100 and you get, and guess what, another generational 2 hero token. So we're happy days. We're getting 2 tokens, we're getting a ton of treaties as well as sentinel arrows, and then 2 gold keys. As you can see, 100 gems, and all the rest are just some resources. Nothing too big, right? So definitely get this done. Obviously I've only got 9 hours to finish it. I'm not in no rush. I know I'm going to complete it, boys. So Chest of Charms, how does this work? So at the moment, you can see I actually have the buff duration on. I am going to turn this off at the moment and showcase how you can work this thing. But I'm going to first use it. So what you can do with this event is basically roll a really cool little like chest. It's going to basically reduce the cost of one of 3 things by a certain percentage. And if you hit the chances button here, it will tell you what you can hit. So in construction, you can go from 30% all the way to 60, and you can see the different odds of that. In research, you can go from 30% to 60%, again, with all the odds here. But then training, you can go from 20 to 50%. So make sure if you do hit that 50%, you're going to use it before you get rid of it, right? And that's what we're going to do. And if you're wondering how you use it, it's pretty easy. It's already activated. As you can see, I'm using a actual training buff here to train 11,000 troops here. So it's only costing me 1 million resources over the 2.1. I can hit that train button. And guess what? We're doing it again for these boys here, training another 11k, and you can see it's dropped it from 3.5 million to 1.7, 1.3, 580k. So that's what it's good for. It's making things cheaper. If you're wondering the best places to use it, obviously in training when you're trying to get a big amount of troops, as well as if you've got any of your research that's really low that you can finish quickly, you can also obviously use it just to quickly get a bit of a cheaper research cost. However, I think the best place for it is for more free-to-play players, low spenders, that are on around a 23 City Hall, 22 City Hall, and they're pushing towards that level 24 and level 25 City Hall. Why do I say this? It's because some of these buildings cost a ton of resources, boys. 53.2 million, 50 million, 50 million. It's insane for a lot of players to try and grind that, especially if you're a free-to-play player. Maybe you don't play this as a hardcore player either. So this is going to net you, as you can see, a 60% reduction. So even below 25 million on this, you're going to hit between 20, I think it's about 22.5 million maybe. That's how it's going to much cost instead of getting this, and we can try and hit that right now. So you can see this is the cost effectiveness of it, and I'm just going to showcase it. So at the bottom, it just does display, if you're wondering, how much resources you have saved from using it. Once these are capped, what you're going to have to do is wait for the next reset, and you can basically open it up again. It does explain that when we go to open, as you can see, this new chest. So if we go to open, boom, we're here. Go to the information, you can see how these charm keys and all this goodness works. I'll leave it on screen just as a quick little bit. If you want to pause it, there you go, and you can basically obviously do it, right? So now we're going to draw the buff. This is kind of what you guys are going to be used to seeing. So all you got to do is hit the draw button here, and then we will land on what we land. So we actually landed on the best one again. So chances again, as you can see, 50% is the strongest trading, 7.5 on the chances on it. If you go to the saving limit now, it will explain it. So once the buff is activated, resource costs are reduced until the saving limits are reached. Open the chest of charms again to reset the limit. So as you can see now, everything's back down to 0, and earlier you saw it at around 4 million for all of them. So now, because I'm happy with having training again, I'm going to trigger basically this again, activates it, and that is how simple it is. And that's done, guys. It's locked in. If I go now and finish off just some mage units here just for entertainment purposes, I wouldn't recommend doing this unless you've got an actual push for doing it. We can change, you know, all of this, right? We can put on just the normal troops here. We've got 8 of these reserves. We can probably put a 5k one on, just why not? And you can see 2 million, 1.5, 660k. It's been slashed in half, 990k, 742, and 330k. It's going to cost me 4 days, but that obviously is fine. Here we go, triggered. And that is it. And I'm just going to say, guys, you're going to gain a nice amount of power by doing this, especially if you get some decent troops. If you're a T5 player, you're going to really enjoy this because you can obviously train a bunch of T5 at a really cheaper cost instead of obviously how much you're going to have to pay in resource costs already. So just make sure if you are looking to train troops, use this event. It's one of the best ones, and obviously you can double up on that, hopefully with a research training rune. Obviously there's not one around me. I've only got an attack rune, which was good. But if you have a training research rune, you can make that even cheaper and just pump out a ton of troops, right? So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. That was the college credit and the chest of charms, and hopefully you've learned how to take advantage of this event and gain a ton of power in Call of Dragons. So until next time, you know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this out, get this information out there, help everyone get better at the game, and until the next time, stay safe, stay sneaky, guys, and peace out.